Next item is these pressure plates. You have a regular dark pressure plate and a silent pressure plate. These can't be accessed by mobs. Let me hold shift, it says. Okay. Only activated by players. Yeah, it can't be accessed by mobs. They work just like regular pressure plates. But I think they're also... They might be blast resistant. No, it doesn't say blast resistant. But it's kind of like using an obsidian pressure plate. I've used those. I don't know if this mod still uses them, or this mod pack. But yeah, you have the... Okay, you heard that? Wait. Oh, the door still makes noise. The silent ones are supposedly silent, so people can't hear them click when they go over it. But using a door, you're still going to be able to hear it. But another cool thing about these is that you can put them in a paint machine and put whatever material they're going to be on in the paint machine, and bam, you can still see the height of them, but it blends in a lot better. But if you use glass and put them in a paint machine, now how come I can still see the glass? They're supposed to be completely invisible. Maybe it's clear glass. Quite clear glass? It's quite clear glass. Ha! Yeah. Okay, let me grab some quite clear glass out of here. Alright, try this one more time. I've actually never used these before, so there's a learning curve here. And if I can see him this time... Oh, there we go. Yeah, completely invisible, except when you walk up on him, you can still see the hitbox. But besides that, that's cool. If you want to make a trap for somebody, put some dynamite underneath it. Let me try that. Ha ha ha. Woohoo. Well, you'll be able to see the frickin' dynamite. That's one bad thing about it, because it's clear. Dynamite. And why won't it? Whoop. Is it on there? It won't. Oh, here, next to the dynamite then. Woohoo! That blast resistant stuff did not protect underneath. Alright, this next item I need to get out of creative mode once again and get my experience up a little bit. Yum 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 yum. Alright, that should be plenty, I guess. This is an experience rod. If I right click on it, no, shift right click. Oh wait, I think I need to put, there we go. Yeah, I need to put a, I've never actually used this either. Put put your tank down and you right click on the tank, shift right click on the tank, and it puts your experience into the tank. And I have more experience than the tank will hold. Okay, then shift right click again, and wait, maybe just regular right click. And it's giving it to me back one level at a time. Huh. Shift right click, it puts it in, right click, and it gives it back. Shift right click actually gives it all. If you don't want to use a tank, there's also this experience obelisk, which you just right click on it and you have these buttons. You can store your XP. Say you store all. It took away all my XP and it put it in here. Notice now it says 31 there and I don't have any. I can eat some more of this crap. Now I'm getting a bellyache. And go back in here and put that in, 22 more. If you notice though, it said 31 and I just put 22 more in and it only went up a little bit. It's because it adds and takes away relative to how much XP on the bar below. Oh, dang it. Yeah, I can't even show that too good. On the center bar below that shows your XP levels going up. If you notice when you're low level, like I'm level 2, I eat one of these and it goes up about halfway. The more higher levels you get up, the slower that goes up. Once you get past level 20, it should go even slower. 30, I've noticed this before. From 0 to 30, I can eat a stack of these essence berries and get pretty close to full, or get pretty close to level 30. Once I get up to level 30, from level 30 to 40, a stack will only give me 10. So from 0 to 30, it takes a stack. From 30 to 40, it takes a stack. So that's pretty much how this works too. Put in my 22. I got 36 right now. I'm putting in 22 more, and it brought me up to 40. So it gave me 4 more experience. You can also put it in at 10 levels at a time or 1 level at a time. Same thing with these negative buttons. I can take it all out, take all 40 levels, and now I have it on me. Or I can take it out 10 levels at a time. Or 1 level at a time. So that's really cool. I use this a lot. It's really good when you're out mining or fighting something and you don't want to use your experience yet, you know, to enchant or whatever, and you don't want to take the chance of getting killed and losing all your experience. When you get back to your base, anytime you get back to your base, just go in here and hit store everything. Whoop, no, store. Store. What the heck? All right. All right, the next pair of items that I want to show you, I had to turn it dark again because I needed mobs to show you this. And that is the Attractor, or the Attractor Obelisk and the Aversion Obelisk. And I want to catch this dude really, really quick since he's around here, and add him to my collection. All right, with these, they both have the same interface. You use these soul vials and catch a bunch of mobs with soul vials. Usually anything that will be spawning in an area that you want to use it in. If you're using a mob spawner and you want to use the Attractor Obelisk to attract the mobs to get killed, like by, say, a turtle or one of the EnderIO Killer Joes, you can put the Attractor Obelisk in front of it and spawn your mob, and you capture one of them in a soul vial and put a soul vial in it. Let me show you real quick. You need power first. And let me show you the Attractor Obelisk first. They both, well, let me show you both of them. They both have the same interface. They have 12 slots for soul vials and this show range button, besides all the regular buttons. If you look, let me go to the Attractor one first. If you look at this, the range is 16. So within 16 blocks around here, any mob that I put in a soul vial and put in this machine will be attracted to it. Sometimes it takes them a while for some reason. Okay, there's out of 16 ranges. Oh, okay, here that witch is coming this way now. Okay, you can use the capacitors to up the range from 16 to 32 with a double layer capacitor, and up to 64 with octotic capacitor. Now it's working because the mobs within the range are coming. Here, let me help you out. Dude, hop out. Woohoo! So all the mobs that I have in here, let me show you the files that I have. I have a spider, creeper, zombie, skeleton, angry zombie, concussion creeper, fallen knight, enderman, and witch in here. So if you have an area that spawns certain things, you can pretty much get all of those mobs in there. The only ones that I don't have are the wither witch and the wither cat. I think I've pretty much got all the other mobs that are in this, that would be able to spawn in this area. For some reason the spider really likes it, but those other ones are just standing around. Okay, the Aversion Obelisk is just the opposite. Let me grab all these soul vials out of here. Oh, actually, let me show you this too with the range. Hit the range button, and it's going to show you the area of attraction. So anything within that area is going to be attracted to it. And let me grab that and turn that off. All right, now let me show you this Aversion Obelisk. You get the same soul vials. Say you collect a soul from every mob that spawns in the area and put it in here. They shouldn't be able to spawn in this area anymore. There's already mobs here, but no more should spawn. Let me click this. 64 blocks. So the same range that I showed you a minute ago. Nothing should be able to spawn in here that's in there. There's a couple things that I'm missing, but not many. Oh, there's a wither witch. That's not in here. Grab a wither witch and grab a wither cat. And there's some kind of a bug in this. Some kind of a bug in this version where these wither cats, the hitbox around them is showing. That's weird. Okay, so now I have a wither cat and a wither witch. Let me throw them in there. This is really cool though with the capacitors. You can go from 64 to 96 to 160. Now, let me turn that off and turn it back on, and now you can see the range. You can get this area so that nothing will spawn in this area. After all these mobs that are in here now despawn, this area should be relatively mob free. Mobs, I guess, can walk in from the border onto the inside, but if you have that in the middle of your base and your base is, you know, not crazy big, you can pretty much keep the mobs out of your base. So that is really cool. All right, the next item is this Ender Rail. I've never used these before either, so it took me a minute to set it up and figure it out, but I think I've got it down, at least the basics. You set it up by putting the rail over the top of one of these dimensional transceivers. And you set the transceiver. First, you have to give it energy. You can give it energy by hooking it directly up to a power source, or like I did here, I have it receiving energy from test, which test is a channel that is hooked up to this capacitor bank over here. And this is sending test. Sends test. I'm receiving test over here, and I'm receiving test on the other rail over here. So you set up your rail to receive power, and then you set up on the rail tab. You make another channel. I just named this one rail test. And I have it sending and receiving here, and the companion one is over here, and the same thing. I have it sending and receiving. That way the rail car can go back and forth both ways. Also, you have this directional arrow. Do it that way. When it comes from that track, it's going to land on here, and then it's going to go that direction. So let me just throw a cart down here and show you what's going to happen. I turn it on, and it just disappears from this location and reappears on this one. Same thing, if I hit this button, it's going to go back the same way it came. Woohoo! Yay! To show you what this directional button does here, you just get the Yeta wrench, or I guess a crescent hammer would work also. I change the direction to actually go away from the track. Now, I hit the button, and it goes away from the track. It doesn't go back down the track. So you can set it to go any direction you want. I'm pretty sure with the redstone signal you can probably change this back and forth. I'm not positive about that, so don't quote me. It says when you shift on this, it says set direction with a shift right click of a wrench. So maybe that's the only way you can do it. All right, down to the final 3 items. My inventory is clear now, except for these final 3 items, which are the dark iron bars, the dark steel anvil, and the dark steel ladder. These 3 items are basically just like the vanilla ones, except each one of them is a little tiny bit different. The bars, just like vanilla, except they're blast resistant. That doesn't mean that they're wither proof. I found that out by using the what's it called? Fused quartz. It says blast resistant on those, and wither will blow those apart. But I'm sure that they'll work for anything else. The fused quartz works against dynamite, so these probably would work against that too. So that's really cool. The dark steel anvil is just like the vanilla anvil, except in the toolbar, when you hit shift, it says that lasts much longer than a vanilla anvil. I've heard from some of the people that's used them. I haven't actually used one yet. I don't know why. I keep meaning to, but I haven't. But a couple other people have said that theirs never broke. So that would be really good, because I go through a lot of regular anvils. And the last item is this dark steel ladders. Let me make a little pillar here. Supposedly the only difference in these, well, it says right here, faster than a regular ladder. I don't know how much faster that means, but let's find out. Whoa, what the heck? I can't tell a whole lot of difference. But I'm sure if you set this up side by side with vanilla ladders and put, let me do that. Vanilla ladders, where are they? There they are. Probably need 2 people to really do a race on this and make it really, really high. And see who reaches the top first. But, oh yeah, that is a lot slower. Huh, I forgot how slow vanilla ladders were, because I fly most of the time. Yeah, that does make a big difference. Wow. Huh. Yes, sirree, Bob. That is a lot faster. All right. Well, that's all for this episode, and there's only 2 more episodes left. The next episode, I will be showing you the EnderIO armor, tools, and weapons. And the final episode, I will build a mob spawner using only EnderIO stuff in survival mode. That should be good. Hope you liked it. Hit a like, leave a comment, hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Adios.